In 2020, I was literally sad, depressed, and feeling this deep sense of unworthiness because I knew that I was meant for so much more in my life. I knew that I had the capability to do everything I set my mind to, but I was not able to do that because I was literally stuck in a house, feeling completely worthless and completely out of control. And this was particularly hard for me because I had always wanted to live this big ass life. I had always wanted to live this life full of travel, abundance, so much fun, being able to absolutely live my dream and have a lot of fun. That has been my dream ever since I was a kid. But during COVID, I could not do that. And right before COVID, I was literally living my dream. I went for an exchange program to Denmark for about 15 days, and my flight was on the 2nd of January 2020. Literally 2020. And like I flew there and I was on this exchange program, traveling, making new friends. And then when that finished, I solo traveled alone to Germany, Amsterdam, Belgium, Italy. I went everywhere all by myself. 19-year-old girl handling her suitcases, going from one city to another, going from one country to another, managing everything by herself. That was the dream. I was literally in it. I was living it. And after that, everything came crashing down. I was stuck in my house. For the first month or two, I was feeling like it's okay. It's going to be fun. I'm spending time with my family. But then it actually hit me when the lockdown kept extending. And that made me keep going down into this rabbit hole of overthinking, rabbit hole of deep sadness and depression. And I literally got to a point where I wasn't able to leave my bed. I would sleep all morning and I would like wake up all night. I was so irritated. And this was very noticeable for everyone around me because I'm naturally a very happy person, but everyone could tell that I'm just not cutting it. I was genuinely in a really dark place. But then it got to a point where I was like, Sanchi, this has to change, because I was feeling so sad and I could not keep doing it. Like I had to change that feeling. I was not enjoying it. And I was like, if nothing changes, nothing changes. So I had to do something about it. So I did what everybody else does. I literally went to YouTube and I typed how to change your life and how to make money online. These were the two things that I wrote. And I came across this video that talked about this book called The Miracle Morning. Now that book has completely changed my life. And if you want to know more about that book, I can make a separate video about it. Tell me in the comment section. But for now, in that Miracle Morning, I learned about the importance of having a really healthy morning routine. Your first hour of the day is very important. And that included journaling. Now, I'm the type of person who has never journaled in my life before 2020, okay? Like, never in my life. So I had no idea, what do you want me to write about? So I go ahead and I order myself a guided journal. And this is my first ever journal. So I was actually reading this. It's very cute. Before I actually keep talking about my guided journal, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can start journaling as well. Because I had never journaled in the past, I decided to give it a shot. And when I tell you, I have written in over 17 journals in the past 5 years, and it has completely changed my life and made me into a completely different person. So I'll get into the juicy bits and how to actually get started on journaling and how to level up if you already do journaling right now. But before we get into it, I just want to tell you that journaling is a very personal habit. It's something that is different for everyone. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's literally just a form of self-expression. It's just a way to process your emotions. It's just a way to become aware of your life. So there is literally no such thing as right way to journal. I'm just going to tell you how I started and how I do it, but please feel free to alter it however you would want to and take whatever resonates and leave whatever doesn't. So let's get into it. The first one, start with a guided journal. If you're doing it for the first time, start with a guided and a light-hearted, easy journal. This was my first ever journal. It was literally just about gratitude. All I was writing in the journal was about how I'm so happy and grateful for having an amazing family, and I'm so grateful for my friends. I'm so grateful for being able to live, being able to enjoy the sunrise and sunset every day. So like the smallest of things I would write in my journal every day. And when I tell you, this practice alone started changing my life in 2021 itself. It's so crazy because I used to always think that having an amazing life and feeling alive is always doing big adventures, going out for massive travel, spending a lot of money, and basically traveling to a new country is what I considered as a big life, right? That was not the case. Journaling taught me that life is about finding beauty in little things. And that started because of this gratitude journal, because I was forced to think of things. Why am I grateful in life? And I was forced to write about things like, I'm grateful for the sunrise and I'm grateful for the sunset. I'm grateful for being able to live with my family right now. And stuff like that made me genuinely change my brain chemistry. And I started becoming that person who's always optimistic, who's always finding good in the things around her, who's always finding good in the situations, even when things are not working out, you're always finding good in that situation. 2 years ago, I got made redundant from my job, and I was literally very happy when I did, even though redundancy is considered as really bad, right? But I was very happy because I knew deep down that I was anyway planning to leave, and I was anyway planning that I had to make a leap and find something better for myself because I was feeling stuck in that job and I got made redundant. So all I'm trying to say is that because I naturally became the person who thinks optimistically and thinks good things are happening to her at all times because of journaling practice, I just naturally became that person. And now I find good in everything. Even if it doesn't look like it at the start, I find good in it. So I changed my brain chemistry. That was the first point. Second is I would highly recommend to actually make the habit stick. Like make it into a routine. So I made it into a morning routine because of the Miracle Morning book, and I habit stacked it. So every morning when I wake up, the first thing that I do is make myself a chai and have some hot water before that. So what I did was chai was my already by default in my brain. The first thing that I would do is make my chai. So what I did was I stacked it with it. So now as soon as I drink my chai, I'm in silence, and then I will keep it on the side and then I will write it in my journal. It takes 5 minutes and that's it. I do that every single day, and now it is an habit. I'm doing it for 5-6 years. Like sometimes I miss it a few days here and there, but never more than 2-3 days in a row I've missed it. I keep going because I know that's the single most important thing in my life. Single most important thing that has literally changed my brain chemistry. So I would keep going. The point I was trying to make is that to make a habit stick, try to habit stack it with something that already is in your life. So if you already know that the first thing that you do in the morning is brush your teeth, make it right after that. Something like that. The third point is if you don't have a guided journal, just start with the notebook or a pretty notebook that you have, because pretty notebook makes you feel like you're writing in something that's inviting. And then open it, and I follow something called the 3-2-1 method. So this is my journal that I write in every day. So 3-2-1 method is like 3 things you're grateful for every single day. 2 affirmations. Now these affirmations are something that I'm trying to become, and these are more behavioral affirmations. So I'm becoming a person who goes to the gym consistently. I'm becoming a person who shows up for herself every single day. And then 1 thing that I'm very proud of myself. Now this has completely changed the way I talk to myself. How I write this is, my love, Sanchi, I'm so proud of you for showing up for yourself and going to the gym this morning. And when I write 1 thing that I'm very proud of myself for every single day, my brain improves the level of self-trust I have within myself. My brain improves my self-talk, because when you start talking to yourself like, my love, Sanchi, you would not accept anyone else giving you anything other than that. I'm telling you, this will literally change your life. So this is a 3-2-1 method that I do for my journaling every day. This is very light-hearted, doesn't take long, 5 minutes at the max, and you're good to go. It will have a massive impact in your life. And then the 4th step is the level up. Now this is a little bit more intense. This comes when you have to process some deep emotions. When you're going through something really hard and you just are not able to process it, you write it down on a piece of paper. This is literally creative writing, free writing, brain dumping, processing emotions, becoming self-aware. This can be quite intense, and it's really hard to do every single day. So I don't do it every single day, but I do it whenever I feel like I want to, or when I feel like I'm going through a hard time and I want to process that. I write it down on a piece of paper. Now, for this as well, I would highly recommend to start with a guided journal. Sometimes you can get like specific guided journals based on what you're trying to achieve. I have a few recommendations. The ones that I started with were Mirali Patel journals. I really liked them. They completely changed my life, and I learned a lot about myself through these journals. I have 3 of them, I think. And then I went ahead and created my own guided journal. This one will literally help you fall into deep love with yourself. This is a self-love journal. It is again a level up journal. It is not easy. It is quite intense. There are a lot of very hard, intense questions in it, but it will change your life. It will change the relationship that you have with yourself. It is a self-love journal, and it is completely guided from the inside. It's completely colorful, and it's very vibrant, and it's very inviting. So you will love writing in it. But I would recommend going to the level up journals once you have felt comfortable building the habit of the basic level of journaling, which is either gratitude or 3-to-1 method, whatever you want to start with. But yeah, then the next level is definitely going a little bit higher up and doing free writing, brain dumping, and processing your emotions in these intense journals. That's all for this video. Start small, get comfortable, keep going, habit stack your journaling practice. Once you get comfortable, get into the intense one, because that will literally help you process your deepest, darkest, hardest things. And then you will become an unrecognizable person. You will become a person who shows up for herself. You will become a person who has such high standards that you do not accept anything below this. I'm telling you, because it has completely changed my life. That's all. Before we end this video, there's a homework for you. I would love for you to either get yourself a guided journal, or if you don't, then find like a very pretty diary in your own house, and start there. Start with the 3-to-1 method of journaling. Write 3 things that you're grateful for, 2 of your affirmations, and 1 thing that you're absolutely proud of yourself for. And start it by my love dash your name. Thank you so much, my loves. I absolutely love you. You are a sunflower, and always keep believing in yourself, and I believe in you. Okay, bye. Love you. See you in the next one.